All right, guys, what's up? It's Voltage, and I'm going to be doing a deck tech today and a few matches with one of the more popular decks in Runeterra right now. So we're heading over the collection. All right, so this is the Corina Control deck, is what. So this deck is a late game control deck that is meant to survive until you hit 9 drops and then overpower them. So we're starting right here, Thermogenic Beam. It's a kind of catch-all removal spell for a lot of the more problem units. Early game, it takes out the small stuff. Later, it can kill anything if you have enough mana, really. And we got Elise here. She's good for some chip damage early with the Fearsome. She makes spiders, which are great at stalling out aggro decks. Along with her, we have the Vile Feast. Drain 1, great against aggro, and it makes a spider. The Frenzied Skitter to pump our spiders and to shrink their team on defense. And the Brood Awakening, pump up our spiders and get a bunch more blockers. So this is kind of our early aggro plan against other control decks, and it's good defense against decks like the No Champion Burn deck that a lot of people are. Let's be honest, since we have the spiders and later on they're not good for anything, let's just draw some cards. Control decks always want to draw cards. Got some more early removal in the form of Mystic Shot. It can also hit Nexus to finish them off if they're low. This is mostly there to kill small units like the 3/2 that can't block from the burn deck. Gotcha's 4 mana for 3 damage isn't great. It's fine, it can kill stuff, but the real thing is that the turn this is drawn, it only costs 2. So this is great for your mid-game removal when things have about 3 toughness, and you can do it for 2 mana on the turn you draw it. Static Shock is kind of a small little board clear for the aggro decks, and it lets you draw another card. Grasp of Undying is a decent removal spell, and it heals us for 3. So the heal is a big deal against aggro decks. All right, we've got Vi as our other champion. So since we're playing so many cards over the course of the game, because we're trying to make the game go long, Vi can get up to 10 pretty easily. And once you got it for 10, an Atrocity to deal 10 straight to their Nexus with Vi. She's also got 5 toughness, which is a lot against a lot of the aggro decks. Nice, hard to kill threat. Withering Wail is another card against the aggro decks. It heals us and can wipe the board of all small creatures. Vengeance is just your catch-all removal. It's expensive, it costs 7 mana, but it can kill literally any unit. Then we've got Commander Ledros. He is one of our main finishers. He can literally deal 10 damage to the Nexus when he's played if there's still a 20 life. And he just does so much damage. You get to play him, then attack with Fearsome with 9 power. He ends the game quickly. And against the other control decks, his last breath returns him to hand, so you can keep on playing him. Brain of Raza can also deal a lot of damage. A lot of the time when you play her, you're going to hit like 3 spells, so think 3 damage to all of their creatures and their Nexus. And she's a 6/6, which is okay. It's big enough. Ruination is our last spell. That is a board wipe. It destroys all units. And the great part about this game versus a game like, say, Magic, is you can cast this on turn 6 if you hold up mana from previous turns, if you have spell mana left over. So this is a nice little panic button against the aggro deck. So this is what we're calling Corina Control. Just because the alliteration's nice. And we're going to hop into some games with it, see how it does. All right, guys, so we found a match. We're up against an Elise, and I think that's Darius' deck. So they're probably going to be aggressive, so we want to keep cards that are good against aggression. So we want to get rid of this Atrocity. Elise, Skitter, and Mystic Shot are all fine against aggressive decks, so we can... All right, we drew another Elise. Our first Elise is probably going to die blocking, so it's probably a good thing. Arena's not a good draw early. Yeah, they got red guard. They're aggressive. The good part with this hand is we keep 1 spell mana turn 1. Turn 2 we play Elise. Turn 3 we can play Elise and Mystic Shot if we want. Big damage early though. Red guard, or rear guard, sorry, is a brutal card. The Vi that we don't really care about yet, but she is going to get pumped up when we play the other cards. We probably should have attacked. I forgot he has can't block. So we will actually block if he attacks. Oh no. Okay. Forgot to play the Skitterer.
Okay, ready.
You're the one that can actually block us. So now we make the spiders because it'll flip Elise on the next after the next turn. We're gonna attack with her with fierce.
One way or another.
We'll get an extra spider, and she'll flip on her next turn. Frosty's useless right now. Okay, let's attack with everything.
Hush now.
This will give us the third spider. So if they don't kill Elise, we will flip Elise on their turn. Hopefully they play something for us to Mystic Shot because we want to use some on this mana. Okay. That's fine. Let's kill. What do we want to kill? This one's able to block. We might be in a racing situation since we went with Elise early. Looks like they're a spider aggro deck. You can end the round now. They actually lose a mana there.
My true
We've got 2 spell mana left over.
the skin.
Thermogenic Beam is actually a decent spell right now. If we can land the Vi first. Okay, that's an issue. Okay. Those are going to be a problem. Let's play the Vi.
Stands for vicious.
Probably just going to have to take this. We're going to have to take out the spiders first.
I'll do better this time.
We're going to block. Actually, Vi can block him. We're going to block all the spiders with our spiders and block Vi, and block the rear guard with.
Scared? I don't blame you.
No, we're not. We're just going to take 6.
Bring it.
Do not want to trade our Vi for his red this turn. Rear guard. I keep calling it a red guard. I'm sorry. Now we'll thermogenic it. Because then on our turn we get to attack for a lot of damage. Actually, we get to kill them here if they don't have anything.
Justice firsthand.
Atrocity's going to wreck them right here. They need to kill Vi, actually. Even if they kill that, it doesn't. We want them to play something big here because we don't want them to be able to kill Vi when we do response. Okay, cool. Should be dead. I don't think they have anything for 2 mana that's going to heal them enough. That's game. This deck is kind of disgusting when it turns the corner. It can win out of nowhere. Thanks to things like Atrocity and Vi and Commander Ledros. Yeah, they're no champion, but they don't have the right groups for the actual burn deck. I'm assuming they're burn though. Root Awakenings are good against burn, but they're too slow. Same with Grass, same with Skitter. This is all just, it's good against aggro, all just too slow. We want to try and find some 2-drops. There's Elise. Okay, this is much better. We have Static Shock, Elise, and Withering Wail, and there's a Mystic Shot. That's much better than what we had at first. Yep, there's a Lean and Rear Guard. Or Legion, sorry. We will Mystic Shot it if We're gonna Mystic Shot it.
Got past me.
So on our turn, we're gonna play Elise and might play Vile Feast. No, probably. It depends on what they play. If they play something Vile Feast will kill, we.
Come closer. I
Actually,
bite.
if we attack and they block with Boom Crew,
Let me show you what I can do.
we can gotcha it.
Bite.
Depends on what they block with here. Whatever they. If they block with this, we're gonna gotcha before. Yeah, before damage, we're gonna gotcha. This way, we don't take the 2 and we keep our Spiderling.
Where's my axe?
So there's a thermogenic.
I'll do better this time. Light the fuse.
I thought they weren't attacking with that. We're gonna block here and block here.
Come.
And we're gonna hope they play another X1. X being any power and 1 being toughness, 1 toughness. And then we'll be able to take out the rear guard and whatever the X1 they play with Static Shock. Be a good turn for us. Okay.
Time to go.
You're so young. So young.
Managed to take out our Elise. Now we get to. And now we're up on cards, even on board, and even on health, which is a big deal. Let's play Vi.
I'm doing this my way.
I was contemplating leaving up like the Vile Feast. The next turn we have Withering Wail. Okay, that's annoying, but
Jerks grow up so fast.
most damage she takes is 1 here from the attack. Oh, I forgot she has Challenger. That's fine. 6 to their face is pretty good. We can just race them with the Vi. So we have 6 mana now. So we can cast Static Shock and Vile Feast, or Static Shock and Mystic Shot. We can cast this Withering Wail. What are they playing? Okay, that's fine. We have heal cards in hand.
Don't mind me.
Tell it to the fists.
We're going to Static Shock that to draw the card rather than Vile Feast it. I don't think we need to Vile Feast right now. This is where we Vile Feast it. Good part with Static Shock is if all your targets go away, I'm pretty sure you don't get to draw the card. But if you hit their Nexus with it, you're guaranteed to draw a card.
Better run.
And there's basically no way they're coming back at this point. They're going to take 9 to the face right here. Then we're just going to Mystic Shot them. We're attacking first, not giving them a chance to play a blocker in front of the Vi. Then we can just Mystic Shot their face for game. I don't know why they Mystic Shotted us for no reason.
Vi stands for victory.
They Mystic Shotted our Spider, they would have actually lived. I'm surprised they dropped to 2. I'm pretty sure they saw I was running Mystic Shot. I played one, where was that the first game? Not sure. Alright, so they're in Nautilus deck, so I'm guessing there's some kind of deep toss, but they just have Nautilus. Maybe it's a partially built one. We definitely don't want Lead Roast in our starting hand. We don't want Brood Awakening, even though it's probably a good card against them if they're a deep toss deck. Deep toss you want to get aggressive early against, and then finish them with like stuff like Mystic Shot if you can. Or Ledros. We're just going to get rid of the 2 expensive cards. We're going to keep Elise and Mystic Shot. Alright, we drew another Ledros. That's awful. There's another Elise. That's not the worst. Just because Elise's secondary spell, Crawling Sensation, is actually pretty good. Because when you attack with Elise, a lot of times they block the Spiderling. They're deep talk. The card's so good. I don't know what they're doing. They don't have any spells they can play. Alright, so they finally finished their turn. So we definitely playing Elise here. We're going to attack with it. I want the spider. Have a jettison. Got rid of 2 of their salvages. That's bad for them.
What's that noise?
Can't block this. You can block the Spiderling if they want, but if they do, we make 2. $12 cards away from deep.
You have to get me out of here.
Make 2 more.
You'll serve me one way or another.
Good part is I don't know if they have stuff that can block Elise. I might have the 3/2 lifesteal, but we can Mystic Shot that no problem. Probably want to save the... Man, Thermogenic Beam can't even kill no. Alright, yeah, they have the steel. Kill that. This is going to be useful once they have deep and start playing giant creatures. Ledros is probably going to have to do the finishing work against these guys. Because he's only got 8 cards left till deep. He probably will get deep this game. I don't think we're going to finish him all fast enough for him to not get deep. I don't know what they're thinking so hard about. But yeah, they're definitely thinking hard. I mean, we're ahead on board, we're ahead in hand, and we're even on life. We're in a good spot. I don't know which of our decks is better late game. I would assume ours because of this. But they have Nautilus, so I'm not sure. Another Mystic Shot. That's not the worst draw.
Skitter out from the darkness.
We're fine with them blocking these. We don't really care about at least flipping that much. Pumping out more Spiderlings is just as good as being a 4/3 with Challenger. Oh, they didn't block. Okay. If they play another X1, we're gonna Withering Wail them if they play another X1. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, X1 is any power, 1 toughness. What is this guy doing? I didn't think the playlines with the deep toss deck were that hard. Yeah, we'll just end around. You go AFK.
Let me change into something more comfortable.
We lost a couple mana there, but I mean, we don't really care. I mean, our hand's insane. Yeah, they scooped it out. So, you guys saw the deck. I played 3 games with it. I won all 3 in very convincing fashion. In my opinion, this is the best, if not one, at least one of the best decks in Runeterra right now. It's so good early with the Elises and the Spiders against the Troll decks. And then late game against the aggro decks, you just have a bunch of life gain and just so much removal and early cheap blockers. And then you just get to go over the top of the other control decks with Ledros and Corina. So this deck is insane in my opinion. I will copy deck link and post it in the description for you guys if you guys want to try it yourself. So if you guys like the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know decks you want to see me play. Decks you want to see the other guys on this channel play, because they're going to be playing it too. Just in general, just leave me whatever you guys think you want to see from Runeterra. And I will see you guys later.